Did you get the rank you wanted this season? If yes, did you also push yourself to get a higher rank than that, or you just stopped playing as soon as you hit Plat, Emerald, or Diamond? Some of you are probably proud of yourself and say, oh, I actually hit Champ. But so many other people also got Champ. Are you top 1000, top 500, or top 100? And for those of you who are still stuck in Silver, Gold, Plat, well, there are so many mistakes you made that I'm going to tell you in this video, so you can be a better player with a better rank for next season. The first and biggest reason why you didn't become better or get the rank you deserve is simply because you didn't play enough games. I have played 234 games this season. I know some of you don't have the time or you're busy with other stuff, but if you want to actually improve, you have to play more games than you did last season. Yes, you might lose a lot of matches, but that's exactly what we want. You have to lose, you have to make these mistakes so you can learn from them. Every single gunfight you lose, you should watch it back or know what you did wrong so you can be better next time. If you ask pro players, hey, what's your tip for me? They're gonna say just play more, put more hours into the game. Oh, and don't even think about getting the rank you want and stop playing for a long time. There are players who get Diamond, for example, and they just stop playing so they don't lose their rank. That is another definition of being boosted. You want to constantly play against players in that elo or above that to actually be considered as a good player. That was number one. Second reason why you're still stuck in low rank with low KD is because you're not playing each map correctly. Do you have a plan or a default take for every map? Do you know which side you should push, open or cut off? And what's the reason you do that? You see, most of you don't have that map knowledge you should have. Sure, you know where VIP is on Coastline, you know where is Lounge on Clubhouse, but you don't know why you should push and take control of that area. You don't necessarily need a 5-stack so you can do the strategy. You just have to understand how can you outplay your enemies based on the map you're playing. There's a role in Siege called IGL, which is in-game leader. As an IGL, you should have the map layout in your head and figure out which side is easier to take. So this was the second reason. You have to work on default pushes and takes on every map. Now for third reason, I want to talk about something that is a bit more advanced so it applies to those of you who are Emerald or Diamond or maybe even Champ. I have played Siege on a competitive level. No, it wasn't as good as Pro League or T2 teams, but have played against a couple of pro players and really good teams in tournaments. What I want to say is sometimes 5 amazing players who are good at the game, gun-wise and game sense, play against 5 other guys with the same skill. The round can go on for 2 minutes and nothing happens, 5v5 still. In this moment, it's only you who can make the difference, only you can change the game. So in your ranked games, maybe it's 2v4 or maybe it's 4v4, but they are putting a lot of pressure on you, so you're just going back and back. What you have to do is adapt, think, make a play, come up with something and turn the game to your favor. Instead of just sitting back until it's too late, flank, go below and see for default ban, or something that the enemy is not expecting. For number 4, I have to say this, but if you're not a good player, aim-wise or mechanically, then that's another reason why you're not in the rank you want. Siege is an FPS game. Yes, it has strategies and tactics and all, but at the end of the day, you gotta win your gunfights. Sometimes you can win the round by just shooting your enemies, not outplaying them or doing a strat. My tip for getting better at this is watch players like Bolo and Spoit, but only look at their mechanics. Put it on slow motion even, pause it sometimes. See which side they lean, where do they place their crosshair in the map, do they pick crouch or normal, how do they pick angles. After you watch all of that, write them down so you remember. Then get into T-Hunt or TDM and just practice the same stuff. Try to implement those to your gameplay, and then start playing rank. I was also really bad when I started playing Siege. Even after I switched to PC, I had a hard time playing with mouse and keyboard, but the more I watched pros and practice, the better I got. Reason 5 is your mentality. A lot of you easily give up in the first 2 rounds just because you didn't get a kill or your teammates are terrible or you lost those 2 rounds. You need to keep your composure and think of a solution. Are you too aggressive? Well, let's play sight and don't pick anything. Is the problem your teammates? Well, refrag them. If they die every time, you'll be ready to get the refrag right behind them. There are so many games you can turn the score around and make a comeback, but because you give up too quick, that doesn't happen. Don't stop trying. You're 100% to the game until it's over. For number 6, I'm going to mention your situational awareness. I've seen players who play solo queue a lot and they complain about teammates not giving a single call out. Well, you don't need it. You should figure out where your enemies are based on sound, gunshots, kill feeds, and cameras. You're probably super focused on the doorway in front of you that you don't realize what's happening around you. So make yourself to look around once in a while to get out of that tunnel focus zone. If you listen more, you can get free info by yourself and win more gunfights because of it. I made 2 videos about sound and a lot of you loved it, and it was actually interesting how many people had problems with hearing different sound cues as I was playing, shooting, or giving callouts. So yeah, it's hard but definitely doable. Reason number 7 why you didn't get to Diamond and Champ is because you died too quick in the round. It was either spawn pick or rushing without droning or getting C4 from below. I've noticed most of the solo queue players that complain a lot or don't rank up are the ones who die in the first 1 minute of the round. There are some basics in Siege that you should do: drone, gather info, and take control. Meanwhile, expect every single play from the enemy. It can be a swing or a pre-placed C4. Whatever you do, don't die. It's fine if you take your time and execute in the last 1 minute, but first open hatches or the wall. Cut off rotations, and simple way to put more pressure on your enemies. Even if you lose 2 of your drones, rotate back somewhere else and get into map. Then use your time and gadget intelligently. And last one for today's video is going to be actually people you play with. You can reach Diamond with rank 2.0, but if you want to get higher, you need a good duo like yourself who can top frag most of the games. Or a 5-stack. But make sure your 5-stack are doing default pushes like opening CC ball and taking garage on Clubhouse. You don't want 5 solo players running around and play for themselves. Sometimes it doesn't matter how many kills you get and how much you try. At the end, you lose because your teammates didn't show up. Why you can't get diamond by solo queuing is because you win more than you lose, and the same thing can be in champ elo. But if you want to win 8 games out of 10, you need the backup. My Discord server might be how you find your duo or your teammates, so join now. Link is in the description. Also, you can comment down below your rank and platform and find other people through there. And that was 8 reasons why you're stuck in low rank and can't get better in Rainbow Six Siege. Make sure to not make any of these mistakes for new season and focus more on your improvement. Hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, make sure to like and subscribe, and I see you all in the next video.